Thank God it's a sunny day. So all this stuff is from the shower. Right, so it's end of February 2020. It's been a while since I've posted anything, so just in case anybody's curious, just thought I'd let you know whereabouts I am at. We're on the Kraken at the moment. This is the project boat, and I haven't done very much really, apart from rip things out, so the place is looking a bit untidy. I have a bit of insulating stuff here, which is really just to stop the draft coming through from up forward. And also down on the floor there, you can see there's a bucket, because there's some holes up there where the cables went up to the mast for the nav lights and the VHF cable, etc. And despite my best efforts, it just keeps leaking. It's not very much, admittedly now, but yeah, that's a project for a dry day. It's not dry today, but I'll just seal up the holes temporarily. You can see that a lot of the headlining I've got down now. I just need to get rid of the last of this glass fibre stuff. You can see here the nav station as it was is all gone. That's all been ripped out, so all the hoses here and the insulation, that's all got to go. During the winter I was living on board for a wee while, so I'll try and post a little bit of video, if I've still got it, of the diesel heater. This is just a temporary site for it at the moment, less said about that the better, but I'll try and post a bit of video about the diesel heater and talk about that later. So what else have we got? It's just such a mess, but as someone once said to me, you've got to make a mess before you can tidy up. I don't know whether there's any logic in that, but there you go. I'm still messing about. This is the aft cabin. A little bit more gone. I'm just today trying to get the toilet out. I've got one bolt to get out there. Really struggling to get all this wood out. It's a lot of it is glued and screwed, which makes it quite difficult. But so all of this has got to come out yet. Let's see what else. So you see, I've got these are temporary lights. It's not Christmas. Yeah. So back to this area again, where the nav station was. The idea of what I'm wanting to do is this bulkhead to come out and make this area more accessible as a storage area, because it's only, I guess, what, 5'6" headroom just there. So the other thing I was thinking of was I want to take this porthole out, and I don't know whether you call it a porthole. It's not porthole shaped, but I'm going to call it a porthole. I want to take this out and seal it off, and that porthole I want to stick in to the aft cabin, looking forward, so you can actually see the helm position from the cabin. I think that would be quite a good idea. I found also that there's underneath all the rubbish, there's a nice big storage tank there, which I think will do for like a grey water storage tank. I still have the steel water tank. I'll just go aft again and show you that. I still have this steel tank to get out. I've also been having a look at the rudder, and I'm hoping that by sticking in a good amount of grease in there, I should be able to move it. It's quite solid at the moment. See, I've disconnected the steering piston. Where was I? Oh yes. So I've got to take. This is the priority: is to get this stuff gone, and just generally tidy up through the boat again, because I need it to be a habitable space. In about a week, because I'll be working nearby, so I'll be using the boat as a base. Yeah, so I'll best get on. Right, see you later. So that's one toilet out. The other toilet is forward, and that's going to take a few more weeks before I can get that out, I think. So I've just got some more wood from the stern cabin. I don't want this toilet to tip up, because oh shit! I don't want to get covered in the mucky stuff, you know. There, that's better. Right, here goes. Thank God it's a sunny day. So all this stuff is from the shower. And what worries me is that, as I say, I've got the other toilet and the other shower. But then I'll be, once the forward toilet is out, then I'll be looking at getting the compost toilet built. I've got the parts for it. I just need to build a box, get a toilet seat. So that should be interesting. One thing I won't be able to do today is to get the water tank out. I'm actually getting pretty hot. And they've got a yellow warning for snow for 48 hours, believe it or not. Yeah. So just a little bit more wood. And then what's the time? 1:20. So once I've got this lot off, I'm going to concentrate on getting the rest of the insulation on the deck head off and out, and then have a nice clean up. The other thing, see, I didn't realise that had happened. I thought I'd propped it up well enough, but never mind. So the other thing that I've got is there's these engine parts here, and they just get in the way. They're bloody heavy every time I have to move them, and I think apart from the exhaust elbow, which is there, I hope you can see that, the rest of it, maybe apart from the sump and maybe the heat exchanger, I don't think the actual head is of any use. And I mean, to this day, I haven't started the engine up anyway, so I'm just assuming that it's been installed as a replacement. I mean, it looks very, very clean, I have to say. It's, so we'll have to see. But obviously, I know that the old engine, one of the cylinders must have got very, very hot and seized up. I suppose I can't be sure, but there we are. Anyway, onward. Here we are on the Kraken. Started work for the summer season, so I'll be staying on the boat occasionally. But just for tonight, I've managed to rig up. I've got a temporary fuse box there, a little homemade lamp from LED bulbs, and an old plastic bottle, and my diesel heater. It looks a bit dodgy, but it is perfectly safe. The exhaust actually runs down to the bilge and then back up the side of the boat and out to an outlet at the top. And then I've got the insulation up just to divide off from the stern of the boat, which, because I've gutted it out completely, it gets a bit cold. The temperature, when I got back to the boat tonight, temperature was about 6 degrees, and the temperature now is 13.4. So that'll gradually increase, and it'll get up to about 19 or 20. That'll be perfectly comfortable. So that'll do for me first night, and then as the weeks progress, I'll be able to do a little bit more. So there we go. I've also got the other boat, the first boat that I had, which was the Bowman, the 26-foot Bowman. She's now up for sale. Although I haven't quite finished everything that I wanted to do, but then you never do finish a lot of these things, because as soon as you finish one task, another one pops up. So we'll see how that goes anyway. So here we are amid coronavirus, and I'm self-isolating because I have asthma, and there's no way I want to get it and end up in hospital. I did go down to do a little bit of work on the Kraken, but effectively now the marina is pretty much shut. You can still get down to your boat, but it is there's no facilities there, and it's non-essential travel really. So I won't be going down to the boat for a while. Puts all my plans on hold. But while I'm here, self-isolating in a conservatory, I've done a hasty construction of it's going again. A hasty construction of a composting toilet. I'll try and put some details of that on. Maybe take a photograph of it. Not in use, but I'm quite pleased with it so far. As I say, hasty construction, so it's not. It doesn't look all smart and pretty, but it does. It does the business, if you know what I mean. So the only other thing I'm going to do is maybe put together bits and pieces of rubbish music that I play, and just stick them out there on the internet. It's a struggle to find something to do. Not working. But I'll probably update this video a little bit more. I'm going to put together the last few bits and pieces I did with the boat. Yes. Everybody will be in the same position, wondering what to do. It's difficult when you all of a sudden you can't go about your normal business. Troubling times. I certainly see a lot of wildlife out here anyway, that's enough for now. If I can turn it off. You can't turn it off when you got gloves on. There you go. So here we are. Oh,